Sandy. Welcome or welcome back. Hi. So I'm actually in Pennsylvania right now, but I forget the little town. It's really beautiful. Look, you can see the you can see the trees and the reflection. So pretty. Anyways, yeah, my friend's dad owns this little cabin out here in Pennsylvania, and she invited me to spend the weekend with her, so that's what I did. And this is the last book I needed in a month to make my 10 book reading goal. This is The Promised Neverland, volume 12. So The Promised Neverland, the series, is about a group of kids who are living in an orphanage. They have like a mom, and they live a pretty happy life, and then they come to find out that the orphanage is actually a farm, and they're like bred in this farm to be like eaten by these monsters. That's all I can really say without like ruining any of like the surprises and things like that. But volume 12, a group of these kids are in a bunker, and there's an attack. It's really hard to describe the 12th book in a series without ruining everything that happens before that. But I'm almost done with this. I have like 5 pages left, and I don't know. I just like in volume 11, I was considering DNFing this series because I was like, okay, I'm over it. Like, I stuck through 11 books because I wanted to know how it would end, but now I feel like we're kind of having like a full circle moment, and I don't necessarily like it. But then I got to 12, and the stakes kind of like increased a little bit, and I'm like, okay, I might actually be interested in continuing. But I'm a little torn, and I don't actually own any of the other volumes in the series. So I don't know. I'm gonna finish this one and think long and hard about whether I do want to continue the rest of this. I mean, I do feel like I got through 12 volumes. I might as well finish. There's 20. I don't know. But yeah, so I'm gonna finish this, and then my friend and I are actually buddy reading A Court of Silver Flames, and it has no jacket because I always end up taking my books everywhere with me, and I don't want the like cover to get messed up, so I just take it off, avoid that, and if something happens, I just cover back up and no one has to know. So A Court of Silver Flames is volume 5, and now I'm saying volumes because I'm reading manga, but this is the 5th book in the A Court of Thorns and Roses series, which, if you are interested, I did do a reading A Court of Thorns and Roses vlog, which I will link right here. So A Court of Thorns and Roses, just a quick overview, is a Beauty and the Beast retelling, but with fairies. So a girl named Feyre, she is living in the human world, and she accidentally kills a fairy male, and because of it, she has to now move to Prithian, which is where the fairies live, and basically give her life for a life, because there's this treaty between fairies and humans to kind of keep the peace. They live separately, because fairies used to enslave humans, and point being, she broke the treaty. It's a life for a life, but instead of killing her, she's just gonna live her life up in Prithian with this guy Tamlin. And yeah, it was honestly a really great book, but I feel like it just got better and better. Like, A Court of Mist and Fury was probably my favorite book, and it was the second one. And then A Court of Wings and Ruin was the third book, which was also really, really good. Like, I think I probably liked A Court of Mist and Fury the best, and then A Court of Wings and Ruin, and then A Court of Thorns and Roses. And I actually finished the fourth book recently, which was A Court of Frost and Starlight, and it was literal booty hole. It was not good. It was so bad. I wish that book did not exist, but I have a feeling that some of the characters that were in that book were necessary to understand this one. So like, for example, in this one, they're already talking about a home that we would have known about if you hadn't read A Court of Frost and Starlight. So you do kind of have to read it, even though it sucks and like nothing really happens. Anyways, this is a 700-page chunker, so we'll probably end up reading this entire vlog, because wow, this book has 751 pages. All right, I'm gonna shower and I'm going to get started on these. Can we just take a moment to appreciate how cute this shirt is? I actually made this during the panini, you know, when I had a lot of time on my hands, and I think it came out so cute. I've been dying, let me know if you think I should, but I've been dying to just like make and sell these, maybe with like different bookish quotes, but I like big books, and I cannot lie because valid. I'm just kidding. I've actually been calling 2023 the year of big books because I normally stray away from the big books, but I've been like reaching for these chunkers lately. I actually started the year reading Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow, which I had no interest in reading because I thought it was like way too long, and it was only like 400 pages. And then long and behold, I started this series, which I think ACOTAR was like 400 and something pages, and then it just got bigger and bigger from there. Pain. Anyways, I have finished The Promised Neverland volume 12, and the verdict is in. I'm going to continue the series. I thought this one was much more interesting, and I think it's because whenever there are books, like volume 11 was like a battle. It's like full like on fighting, and there are a couple of them like that. I feel like those always confuse me. Like, I'm not really sure what goes on until the end, where we get the outcome of like who won or not. And so I tend to like those a lot less. Like, I rated volume 11, I think 2 stars or 1.5 stars, and this one I gave 3 stars, 3 yellow hearts as I like to call them on my Instagram. I gave this one 3 stars, which for me is like, I generally enjoyed the book because it was more like suspenseful, I guess. like more intrigue involved in the story. Like it definitely pulls you into like, okay, I want to see how we get out of this one, and it definitely makes you want to continue, which is why I'm going to. This was actually the last volume that I owned, so I'm gonna have to buy a few more before I continue, but that's okay because I just ordered the I think it was a Lumicrate edition of Alone with You in the Ether, and I'm so excited. It's so pretty. So I'm gonna have to read that soon as I get it. I don't know how long those take to come, especially because I ordered it from like the UK website, but I will have that to read, and also obviously A Court of Silver Flames. Although I'm hoping that since we're spending the weekend in the cabin, we have a lot of free time, that I'll get like pretty like deep into this book. I actually just made it into the first 100 pages of the book, and I am loving it. It was a little easier to get into this one than it was to get into A Court of Wings and Ruin, because I feel like you come in, and even like with the prologue, is it still a prologue if it's not like something that happened before? Well, like the little intro chapter, whatever you call that, it just spoke about Nesta and like just gave us a little bit of insight into like her mind and powers, or not powers per se, but like her experience with the cauldron. And I feel like that made me interested to find out about this book. And honestly, I am here for it. I'm here for also the Cassian vibes. If you don't know, Reese's book daddy, I love him so much. And Cassian is getting a little bit of like Reese vibes. He definitely is playing the long game. Like he has like the little cute banter, and I just like banter. I am 100% in enemies to lovers gal. Anyways, yeah, we have 700 more pages to go, so I will keep you updated on my thoughts, and I'm gonna go get a snacky and hopefully keep reading, because what else am I gonna do in the middle of the woods? Nothing. There's like, I'm sitting in front of a window and there's like no movement. Like it's so silent. Let me show you. So yeah, and also we went to the supermarket this morning and get some food for the cabin, and we passed by a sign that said the book lady. So I think I've convinced my friend to take me there a little bit later. They close at 6. It is 3:10 right now, so we'll see if we make it, because that would be exciting. I think it's a bookshop. It like I couldn't really see. I just saw a sign that said the book lady, and I'm like, what else would be called the book lady if not a bookstore? And it was like obviously looked like a little house, so I'm thinking it's probably gonna be quaint, maybe like a used bookstore, something like that. I don't know, but I'm excited, so we'll see. Hello friends, Editing Me is here from the future to tell you that from this point forward, this vlog gets very chaotic. So I took tons of b-roll, which you're going to see very, very shortly, and then we went to a bookstore and I lost my mind and totally forgot to give you any updates on the book, to give you any updates on the trip, or anything that I recorded B-roll of. So here we are in the future, going back. We actually went to the Book Lady. It was a bookstore. It was very eclectic. It was like used books. It was like super creepy. However, the lady who owns it is older, and so the shopkeeper next door told us that sometimes, you know, if she's not having a super busy day, she'll close up early for her own sake. So she wasn't there. It was closed. We didn't get to see it. Sad. But like I just mentioned, we found another bookstore. We actually found an outlet like on the way home nearby, because Gyneth stopped to return some shoes and I was like, I see books. So my point being, I'm gonna give you an update now on A Court of Silver Flames, because I did finish it immediately after getting home. And then the rest of this vlog is going to be a very poorly recorded book haul inside a moving vehicle. So if you like that, feel free to stick around. If not, let's talk about A Court of Silver Flames so you can get out of here. I didn't really know how to feel about this book when I first finished it. I ended up eventually giving it 3 stars because overall I did really enjoy it. Just like all of the books in this series, I overall enjoyed it, but I feel like after the second book, the plots really fell flat for me. I feel like she, meaning the author, Sarah J. Maas, did a lot of like world building and character building and like building relationships between the characters throughout like most of the book, and then was like, oh snap, I have to wrap up the plot in the last like 100 pages of the book. And I think that was true to A Court of Silver Flames as well. I will say though, like the series in general is like a 5-star series for me, and the reason that I say that is because, one, I really love being part of this fandom. Like the memes and the inside jokes are chef's kiss. I feel so much more in the loop with things I see on Bookstagram since reading this series, and it's just phenomenal vibes. But on top of that, I do think that she did a really good job of investing you like in the world. It was super interesting, super creative. And also the characters. I hated Feyre. So Court of Silver Flames was like a good break from her. But at the end of the day, I did care about what happened to her, which is surprising considering I hated her. Also, I feel like Sarah J. Maas owes us at least 3 books. 1 for Elaine and Lucien, 1 for Morgan, and 1 for Asriel. Unless she wants to get chaotic and cause chaos. But I won't give anything away. But yeah, like I said, I generally enjoyed this book and I really enjoyed the series as a whole. I feel like some aspects of the book were just kind of like thrown in there with not a lot of significance, like the part about the baby. I won't say more about it, but if you know, you know. And I'm kind of sad that the series is over now. Truly the end of an era. And with that, enjoy some B-roll and some chaotic book hauls. We have just left. Can you see it from here? It's right over there. It's called
warehouse. Ta-da! Oh, you look like one of the presenters in Sábado Gigante. Do it again. Like the prize. I had 4 books, but you would be proud of me because I only bought 1.
Mostly because I was there.
No, she was encouraging me. I literally was like, here, put this one back. I saved it in my Amazon to be read list. And she's like,
it's like $5.
She's like, nah, you're already here.
But I'm already mad at her because she has like 9,400 books. So, but I bought like 7. It'd be like this sometimes.
You gonna get there at the rate that you went today. I already know.
I don't need you to talk to me like that.
I will show you guys what I got in the car. Cheers. Coming to you live from the glove compartment.
Oh wow, that's what my hair looks like today.
Your hair looks great, sweetie. Look at mine. I look like alfalfa.
Alfalfa, not alfalfa.
Or like those trees in the Lorax.
Man, we out here dragging ourselves. We look good.
None of this video is valid because there's music in the back.
Man.
Isn't it crazy how YouTube could just do that? Like, you're on mute, sis. That's
power move, if you ask me.
That's dead a power move. Carpool. You know that guy does carpool karaoke? We're doing carpool book hauls.
Different.
What a vibe. Okay. Let's start with the one book that I got. It's called Curiosity House, The Shrunken Head. Look how pretty it is. It's so pretty. I wish you could like see. Oh, there you go. It's like shiny. It has like foil. Anyways, this book, I already forgot what it's about.
Me too.
Okay, so basically there's like these 3 orphans, I believe, and they grew up in like one of those like, I mean, curiosity house, but what do you call those? Called the Museum of Freaks.
Okay.
So these 4 orphans grew up in I already forgot, House of Freaks. And then, no, it's 3 of them, and then the 4th one, like the younger one, joins them, and he uncovers some like secret, I guess, of the house, and then it turns out that there's like murder and other things, and it sounds really funny. It says, what you will find in this book: a rather attractive bearded lady, several scandalous murders, a deliciously disgusting Amazonian shrunken head. I don't know why you would say something's deliciously disgusting, but okay.
I like the author.
Right. 4 extraordinary children with equally extraordinary abilities. A quite loquacious talking bird. And I don't even know what So, this is the book I got. I'm proud of myself. Just the one. And I feel like I could read this really quickly. Right? The font is so tiny.
You can knock it out in a day.
Yes, 100%. If I started now, I could probably finish this by the time we got home.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You're going to have to help me out. Now we're going to do a Jeannie's book haul. Actually, a lot of her books were really good, but this bookstore, the way she described it, she was saying that it was like the leftover books at warehouses. They just ship them over, so sometimes like they don't even have like a full series or the first book in a series. There were a lot of like seconds and stuff like that. So yeah, some of these were good, but I didn't get them because there was only 1. But that's okay because they'll be on my TBR now. And I'm trying to read the 94 books, now 95 books on my physical TBR. No, it'll still be 94 because I finished A Court of Frost and Stars. Dark Winter by Anthony J. Tata. Okay. This
when I read the blurb, it was talking about like it has to do with like they're trying to prevent World War III, but there's like what happened? Somebody hacks like the UN and like the missiles and stuff like that, and starts setting people against each other and throwing missiles at each other. So in the hacking of this, everything like turns into an uproar. So they have like a special team of people that are supposed to go, like SEALs, you know, that are supposed to go and try and stop this before World War III actually starts. So that's what it's about.
Oh la la! It says that this is for fans of Tom Clancy. Have you played those games?
Not really anymore, I'm sorry.
The second book, and Jeannie's helping me because I have a bad memory. Rip Crew by Sebastian Rotella. I'm probably saying that way more Hispanic than it needs to be.
I think you're actually right because it's about immigration. So it's like it takes place with like a Mexican journalist is like covering the truth about like what's happening in immigration. There was like a mass murder of immigrants, and they're trying to get to the bottom of like how it happened, if I remember correctly.
A mass murder of Mexican immigrants?
Of immigrants. They didn't say Mexican, but the journalist is Mexican.
Oh, okay. Meanwhile, Leo Mendez, a Mexican journalist forced into exile by death threats. I believe you. I believe you. All right. This one was on the table for, it was like, oh my God, there's blood on it.
Real blood?
It looks like real blood.
Oh my God.
Is it blood? Or is it a marker?
Que me protejan los ancestros.
This one is called Spoonbenders by Daryl Gregory. They actually had a table and it was like 4 for $10.
Yeah.
And we found these on it, but they were the paperback versions, and the hardcover versions were 3 for $25. So I guess you're a hardcover hoe like me.
Yeah.
Hardcover.
They just hit different.
They do. I don't understand how people do the paperback life. I mean, I guess like it's
I
not
would
that bad.
have to, but if I don't have to, I will.
Okay. I already forgot what this is about. Teddy Telemachus is a charming con man with a gift for sleight of hand. Short on cash, he volunteers for a study on ESP that's secretly backed by the CIA. So basically, a con man marries a psychic and have 3 gifted children and become the amazing Telemachus family, and they perform across the country. Frankie can move objects with his mind, and Buddy can see the future, like his mom. And then one night, tragedy hits, and now they're not so amazing. And the CIA is after them.
And Buddy's in hiding. Well, not really hiding, but he's become very like to himself. My theory is that because he can see the future, he saw something he didn't like.
Dun, dun, dun. Bro, the way this car is moving the camera so much, like, y'all have motion sickness medicine taken out. Cause what? All right, we're back, and we're better.
Back again.
Want me bad as ever? Baby, is it whatever? I can feel you all around me, twinkling this way I'm feeling, holding on to what I'm feeling. Okay.
Wow, we're singers, bro.
I'm glad we got that out of our system. Okay. Wow, we should have used this angle the whole time. That's crazy.
You live and you learn.
This is phenomenal. Okay. The
adopted by Deke, her uncle, and her uncle isn't really telling her the truth about who she is, and she starts like uncovering the truth and realizing that there's like another world, like a parallel world, where she might be the key to either ending the world, the war, or blowing it up. So yeah, cute.
Interesting. This is also middle grade, right?
Yeah.
Random House Kids. Yeah. A lot of these I want to read. I might borrow them from you. The next is the Adventurers Guild Night of Dangers by Zack, Loran Clark, and Nick Eliopulos. Ooh, he has a cool name. Nick Eliopulos. Yeah. Ooh, look at the back too.
It's very beautiful.
This is Beasts of Olympus, the Heroic Collection. So it has books 1 through 3 of this series, I guess. So the first one is Beast Keeper, then Hound of Hades, and Steed of the Gods. So these are like
Just little adventure books based on like kiddish Greek mythology vibes.
yeah,
Yeah.
Greek mythology simplified. Then she has The Rambling by Jimmy Cajoleas.
Beats me out.
Anyways, this is like beautiful also. So gorgeous. It is all I know, it's like a guy and his dad is like involved with, I think, the mafia. And it's something about like you need like storytelling to get by. That's what it is. It says, in this game, you're only as strong as the story you tell. That was the line that got me. Someone's like, are they talking about lying? Or are they talking about stories? The Gravelings. Ow, I just poked myself in the eye.
A mess. You're a mess.
Oh no! You know that the chowder thing where it's like, and nothing can go wrong, and then the whole house falls apart, and it's like, oh no, it all went wrong. That's me with my bad milkshake and this bad book. Okay.
It's mine. Thinking above.
Receipt.
Yeah.
This is the Graveling's Song by Cushman. And all I know is it's witchy and it has to do with spells.
And murder.
And murder. What else do you need to know? Alright, friends. That's all for the book haul. Thankfully, because we're struggling right now. You're gonna see so many different angles by the end of this because, and look, we're done now and the camera stays. Hate it here. I sold another book on my bookstore.
Yay.
That's the 7th book this weekend. What a vibe. Now I can afford more books.
Maybe are you coming for them? Absolutely not. Read the books you have.
Okay, I will. Okay, so back to my original statement, which is, well, I have your attention. We'll give you an update of yesterday, which
What happened yesterday?
I now don't even remember.
Remember the ACOSF?
Last I left you guys, we were going to go to the Book Lady bookstore, and it was very sad because it was closed. But maybe next time we come, because it looked really interesting. Like, it seemed really eclectic and also like kind of a mess, to be honest. She had like a lot of like random stuff. Like, it looked like a storage house, and there was like a Halloween decoration like wrapped around the railing. It was like pink and purple skulls with like, it looked like pom-pom material, you know? Anyways, yeah, it looked like really crowded in there. Like there was like a lot of like trinkets and like stuff like hanging around. Even outside it looked like it was being used for storage, which sounds like a weird description, but makes me really want to visit this bookstore because I feel like it would have been really weird and interesting. With that being said, we went to a little like trinket store next door instead, and then we made a puzzle that was infuriating, to say the least.
But we finished.
We did it though. We did the cat puzzle.
And we watched the movie Arrival. It's really good.
Oh my goodness. If you have not seen Arrival, stop what you're doing. Just kidding. Don't stop watching this. Finish watching this and then stop what you're doing and watch Arrival. It's really good. It's about like not humans coming to Earth. We're right here. It is about aliens coming to Earth, and like this linguist is enlisted to try and like communicate with them and figure out what it is that they're saying. And it talks a lot about the like continuum of time and the way that we see things. And that's really all I can say without like ruining it, but it's really psychological, and like you really have to pay attention to everything that's going on. But I thought it was really interesting, and it really makes you think, and it really makes you think like you might be able to see the future now. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Alright, friends. We're on our way home now. It's very unfortunate. No more hiding from society in the woods. But we'll catch you guys when we have an update on A Court of Silver Flames, because we did not in fact read as much as we thought we would, so I don't have an update for you other than Nesta's annoying. Yeah, you see?
The girl needs to grow up. I'm sorry. We're traumatized. Everybody else is too, babes.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Literally having an adult tantrum for no reason. And poor Cassian, like, what does he see in her?
Right.
Men. So sad and slow. Why can't I turn off the radio? Leave me alone. Hey! My first child. Turning off the radio. But Dr. Dre said,
Nothing, you idiots. Dr. Dre's dad is like in my basement.
the name is Eminem. Chicka 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 Slim Shady. I'm sick of him. Look at him walking around grabbing his, you know what, living on you know who. Yeah, but he's so cute though. Yeah, I probably got a couple of screws up in my head loose, but no worse than what's